All right, good afternoon. It is Wednesday. This is Neil. We're going to do the midweek market update. Here we have a high for the week today on Wednesday. The high that came in today is very interesting. It came from first exceeding the mid-June lows to then rally up here to find the middle of the gap. I mean, perfect too, by the way. The middle of the gap. From last Friday's high into Thursday's low. Yeah, last Friday's high at 35, Thursday's low at 68. Makes a gap mid of 50, and that's the high today. I'm telling you, there's something about these gap mids, pretty amazing. And then yet maybe a little bit higher to find the overhead that I've been talking about this week at weekly pivot at 68, which closes the gap. So first it comes into a gap mid, and then it backs off a little bit, and we'll see if it's got one more little punch in it to get it up and close the gap at weekly pivot, and then back down. So I am looking for still lower, even though I know a lot of people are going to disagree. That's fine. That's just the way I'm going to roll with this. The low down here was really interesting too. We go put you on like a daily chart for a second. See back here to June 17th, the low was at the time. Now that was a September contract, and it came in at 36.40. Well, it's really 36.39 or whatever. But anyway, and then yesterday, on the December contract, came in at 39. Then in the overnight last night, we get a push down that goes down in below into 13. To make this really tricky, because it exceeds this June low and then rallies off of 36.13 all the way up to 37.50, which, if you're doing the math, is over 100 points. So that's pretty wild. So it came down and came a few points maybe from finding that first quant L1 bearish target down there, and then rallies up and finds the gap mid. Today's the high of the week, and it's on a Wednesday, so I'm not going to look for very much higher. It'll reach up and hit maybe that weekly pivot and then roll, and then be looking down from there into the end of the week. That's the way I'm going to look for it. We'll see, of course, what happens, but that's where I'm at on this. And so that means, we saw quite a bid today up into the gap mid, a little bit higher, and I'm going to be looking to get short. Again, reshort, add short if you're short, reshort if you're not, and look lower. So that's what I've got. And to remind that on Friday is the end of month also, and so you got that end of month kicker for the Friday, and that's bearish, end of month bearish trade, historically at least. That's the way we trade it in the room. And that's it. That's what I got. So hope this has been helpful. Look forward to being with you again at the next update.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me